kwenyu ndemwe chabe mabanja onanjala mkomo ndalama zonse mutumbalano masukwa kuchuluka pa mutupatu. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu not enough. Time is up. For your lies and bluff. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu not enough. Time is up. For your lies and bluff. Kani zanu ndizo panda pindu. Anakulira mise umwatu. Tikufuna chilengede chato pano. Osati mapocket anu opindika ndalama. Listen to the cries, they're louder than your lies. You can't silence the truth. It's time for the youth. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu is not enough. Time is up. For your lies and bluff. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu not enough. Time is up. For your lies and bluff. We rise, we stand, we fight together for the children, for a better forever. When you kunata pano, we take the rain. Tikonza jiko.
Lero bwacha bakamba mukyalo kyeswi kya Zambia kyaweka enjoy. Abantu bafo bakamba kule kumunfumbwe. More than 20 people balebe party ni babiri. Bagamba fish to arufyanya. People have died. Mumino yabakapokola. The police killing people. Why? In the same government bagamba abductions have happened. Bagamba, if you're not with them, it's either you're dead or you're in prison. This government, you're going to change big man. Fish to Arfianya pakubika office. Fish to Arfianya. Why me? Missing. Achani ruba mwaicho wa ndizona. Where is why me? HH, tell us with your government, where is why me? Give us why me. Justice for why me, big man. Wachila mo HH. Wala tupwisha bega kutupwisha bagamba. Katwale kya kulanda big man. Youth. Maina batata. Sambe tuwasevana. Bagamba. Wanesa tuwapweni. Mujala tesu. It's ya Zambia. Twamona mwempwa. Bagao. Twamona mwempwa. Nama abductions bagamba. Ubuteko twaleta. Wadulete lama. Amazala mush. No yukateka. Wala ipompa tudeka. No yukateka. Apa nomba bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakuvota bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika fuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wenyu daya kwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Aikona man. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Idaya kwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Yakuliati kwenyu. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mayona batata. Mayona batata. Bayuthi. Tentwisuli amenso. Batusendela nomba batwipaila na hope Yesu. Endika chagwa lungu watubela tinani mikwatila plan B. Nomba tuwadishiba plan B abamino ya kualesa. Bantu banga abalafu mucharo chesu cha Zambia. Nibanga. Nibanga abantu abala abducted ku kyalo kyesu kya Zambia bambire kuli jeje banda. Nibanga abantu abala ba mu prison abena kitotela kilangwa bonze baba prison n'entungulu kina shimbi na shimbi. Muli one government yagwa ejeje abantu naba famweleza ayigata nomba bayigata na kuli ediga kyagwa lungu atukwatire plan B. Abakubo byabyo omufulo big man mufulo pa mufulo bilabine batsendela ediga kyagwa apa nomba bane mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo bakuvota bane mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo bakufuatika mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo bakufuatika fuatika mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo wenyu tayakwa fwe mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo aikona man mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo ita yakwa fwe mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo yakuri ati kwenyu mufulo pa mufulo mufulo pa mufulo. HH does not mean well for Mother Zambia. Zambia to Asebana, this is not the Mother Zambia that we were left with by our ancestors, our forefathers who fought so hard to liberate us. Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Nalumino Mundia, Mama Julia Chikamoneka, Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe, they fought so hard to put this country on the map, to put this country where it is today. No man would destroy this country because we believe in unity. One Zambia, one nation, and we shall together we will change, and we are going to change this government. My name is Blaze Zambia.
That's why we must pray to God to keep HH alive for country, and that all those who are planning evil against him will not succeed. And as government, we are watching them every single day, their maneuvers. That's why we must pray to God to keep HH alive for country, and that all those who are planning evil against him will not succeed. And as government, we are watching them every single day, their maneuvers.
I've said they are little frightened men. Why do I say that? They are little frightened men because of what they have done against the people of Zambia. They have committed many crimes by stealing from the people of Zambia. The people of Zambia know this. And at my many rallies, I have proposed, when we come back into power, into government, the establishment of a truth commission after the one, like the one in South Africa. Why do I say this? We have raised many important questions about our country, the governance of our country, accountability, transparency. The very things they promised Zambians are absent from the political scene today in Zambia. We have asked, who is selling our copper? Who is selling our cobalt, our emeralds? We don't know. Nobody answers. We have asked questions about Meridian Bank, a major bank in Zambia and in Africa, perhaps Europe. This bank was sinking. The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Chiluba, his Minister of Finance, Mr. Penza, promised to save that bank by pumping into that bank $83 million, which is the equivalent of 83 billion kwacha, local currency. 1 week, they're saying that. The very following week, which is the bank was closed. So we ask, where is the $83 million? Everybody's silent. They won't tell us. Now, you see, this is part of the problem. We have asked them, who is selling parastatals? To whom? By how much? Where is the money? We meet with a blank wall. I've said they are little frightened men. Why do I say that? They are little frightened men because of what they have done against the people of Zambia.
Bantu wale povyo kwa mpawa ni tikiteto yelo juyu telefona ngumbi umuntu ukumuta replace telefona mesaya uwa kumuta replace ali bipoyu mutimoyu elo juyu ni tikiteta elo juyu taleto mutende Herod alali afyo yelo juyu ali afya ali peno yelo jali pena kafwana ngumo wakwebati amupiane ali mwana kwati alifika lero tukafwa po wedo lefwana mtaulefwa elo tikuya bebele elo tinanguinga kali pefi elo tsadi uli wakashita vya kadodo
From 1.6 million to 28.3 million kwacha per year per constituency. Do your numbers. Let me remind those who don't like graphs and numbers. You can't run a country without numbers. You cannot run a country without numbers. Then you are a joker. You are just a joker. Because you cannot run a country without knowing that if you borrow too much and you consume that money, you get into debt trap. You have to calculate. You must put most of that money into revenue generating. When you revenue generate, you can then support CDF to a tune of 28.3 million kwacha. That's how it works. You need to know the numbers. Please, you need to know the numbers. You need to work out what the weather is likely to be before November so you can plan properly. And as the drought comes, you do need numbers, please. Otherwise, people perish. I was on the farm when someone was preaching, talking about graphs and numbers. All we were showing is that this is how we have moved from independence to where we are now. And there's something wrong there, which we need to change. That graph shows us that we've not been making the right economic and social decision. Now we must make the right decision. We made the right decisions by introducing CDF at this level, 28.3 million kwacha. And you will see that this number, these graphs will show by 2026, you will see that there will be desks in classrooms. No child will be sitting on the floor. You will see that maternity wings are there and there's water. You will see that the children who were not in school will be in school. You will see that there are enough classroom spaces. That is what numbers do if you know how to use them. But if you fear numbers, we have introduced free education. We can send you back to school and learn some more.
At the close, my dear young people, I wish to state and defend all priests in the Archdiocese of Lusaka in particular, and in the world in general. A priest is not a joker, for heaven's sake. A priest is not a joker, for heaven's sake. A priest is a shepherd of God's people, and he lives among his sheep. He knows his sheep as well as their needs. And when he speaks from an informed perspective. If you ignore his message, you ignore it at your own peril. Apropos, a joker is a comedian. A joker is a comedian who performs for amusement and at a fee. And once he is done, he is paid and he goes off his way. I ask the people of God to judge who is a little joker, a priest.
Have nothing to do with the status of the target. The rule of law says nobody is above the law. Now, this particular case has been running for some time. We seized motor vehicles in this case. Some other people that are involved, so the ZRA case, and then we were involved as investigators. Some people have actually been convicted because government property was taken away from government and appropriated to people, individuals. Tell me what I should do as a law enforcement officer. So we issue a call out as a starting point, asking you to come because you have been mentioned in a particular activity. We want to hear your side of the story. Look, people are dubbed criminals, people are dubbed thieves in social media and so forth. We don't want that ourselves. We are professionals. We will not call you anything until it is proved in court. So we'll call you, come over, we have a chat. But here's the sad thing. When we issue a call out, colleagues, it's a private document for the person written on that document. Nelson Banda, come and report at DEC headquarters. It's for me. Then me, I'll get my lawyer, get my other lawyer, and tell them, accompany me. But what do people do? The moment you get the call out, social media. Flash it. For what? It changes nothing. We're still waiting for you. So to be specific, you're asking to say, is there someone in political? Not at all. There's criminality. The Hilux is here. I'll show you the Hilux. It's here. Am I right? Is it fact here? Yes. It's here. You see it. One of them. The other one is parked. We couldn't just drive it out. These are vehicles that were obtained from ZRA illegally, and then one of the vehicles is found with the same Mr. Archbishop Ali Band that you're talking about. This is a white one. Just his name. I want to be very categorical on this one. Please, we are not politicians. We are law enforcement officers. We operate at our own time, in our own space, because we have laws that govern our activities. It's that simple. So, there's no politics involved. Let me also emphasize, please, no, they are fighting the Catholic Church. It's politics. I'm Catholic myself. And I'm actually a very devoted Catholic, very devout. I was even chairman for my parish. And my wife afterwards was also chairman for the same parish. We're a Catholic family. His Grace, the Archbishop, is my Archbishop. Understand this? He's my Archbishop. I'm in the Archdiocese of Lusaka myself. So there's nothing political, nothing to do with the church. We are following this name. If you come and read, it does not say Archbishop. It says Alik Banda, something address and whatever. So we checked. Who got this vehicle from ZRA? So we just want to establish a few things. And that is what we're doing. It's just procedural, colleagues. I don't have a video. It's just procedural. We'll send you a call out. Mr. Goma, if I need you tomorrow, I'll send a call. If you don't come, I'll send them to lift you. Yes. So it's actually a very civil way of doing things. You know that? You are called quietly. Please come over. Nobody's even going to know that anybody's called. You just come over. You come and sit in this room here. These officers here will ask you the few questions that they have. Sometimes it turns out to be that by coming and that's what you clear a situation. Say, after all, he's not even involved. Yes. Many times, colleagues, we have had situations where we have closed cases. My office here has closed cases. Some people are watching me right now, they can agree. I've closed cases because after calling them, I said, no, he's not part of this team. I give instructions. This matter is closed. Is there any money received from him? Yes. Put it back in his account. We do that. We have done a lot of such cases. Vehicles, we bring them here, seize them. Then we find, no, there's no case. Or the vehicle is not connected to the offense that we're investigating. I'm not ashamed to immediately guide my officers, release that motor vehicle. It's not that I don't know how to investigate. No. It's because our investigation has yielded results. Someone was bringing back his vehicle. Houses, we have seized properties. For some time, we're even getting the rentals ourselves. We discovered, no. It was not actually like that. It was this way, that way, that way. Therefore, this house must be given back to the rightful owner, who is this one. And we give them back all the rentals we are getting back. That's how we operate. So when we do a call out, my sister, when we do a call out, it's because we want to have things clarified. It's just natural justice. Natural justice demands that the other side must be heard. While people speculate, that one is a thief. Us will not speculate. We will call that person. Were you at Mandayo on Friday at 16 hours? Simple thing tells I was attending a funeral in Dubai. But somebody told us, no, I was in, here's my passport. Then you realize it was a wrong target altogether. I was not even there. Not anywhere near the crime scene. Let him go. But how will you know if you don't call him? Tell me, how will you know if you don't call him? So this is basically an engagement which is just procedural. Nothing special about it. And I'm hoping as His Grace comes on, ask him to come on Monday. As he comes on Monday, let him come nicely, quietly, alone. Don't bring people that are irrelevant to the case. Just come alone. He'll ask you a few questions and we end it. Unfortunately, it won't stop, No, it won't stop. We won't stop. We want to conclude cases. Any case that we start must be concluded. And that's what you want the people of Zambia. You always challenge us. You're already telling us some cases are taking long. It means you're not happy. You would like, so you heard at some point. The Archbishop was being mentioned in court, not me. In court. No, one vehicle was given to the Archbishop. It was mentioned in court. It's in the judgment. It's there. So what should I do myself? I leave my case hanging like that? I want to close my case also. Because you people pay me to do a job. I want to close my books. 2025, this is over. Now I'm looking for other criminals. These are innocent. Let them go back home. These have to go to court. That's all. Any big names with the Chifrema operation. Now what happens is the big people that are found maybe in Lusaka here and some other places, what they do is they make it a point, they make use of our innocent, for lack of a better term, not well informed relatives of ours in the village. They follow them with just some bicycles, follow them with a few things, and then tell them, you can just grow it up. They actually take seed for them. They take seed for them, very, very good seed. And then they plant that cannabis there. These people are given very
enter and see the face of God, like the deer that yearns for running streams. So my soul is yearning for you, my God. My soul is thirsting for God, the Lord of my life. When can I enter and see the face of God? My tears have become my bread, by night, by day.
These things will I remember as I pour out my soul, how I would lead the rejoicing crowd into the house of God, amid cries of gladness and thanksgiving, the throng wild with joy. Why are you cast down, my soul? Why groan within me? Hope in God, I will praise him still, my Savior and my God. My soul is cast down within me, as I think of you, from the country of Jordan and Mount Hermon, from the hill of Mizah. Deep is calling on him, in the roar of waters. Torrents and falling waves by day the Lord will send his loving kindness. By night I will sing to him. Praise the God of my life. I will say to God my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning?
Sure, and I'll be candid. It is fake priests like Banda and the Serengeta who escalated the genocide in Rwanda to a level not seen elsewhere in the world. I want to advise Banda and the Serengeta that turning the pulpit into a political podium by way of not preaching the holy word is a devil scheme and a satanic philosophical tactic. Everyone is aware that they are at pains to see HH outliving their expectations in delivering free education, allocating 28 million CDF funds, and employing over 30,000 teachers, as well as recruiting 11,000 health workers, just to mention but a few. Banda is a Lucifer of Zambia who wants to take advantage of the citizens by promoting the PF agenda. Who doesn't know that the PF gassed citizens, promoted bloodshed, divided the country, and subjected citizens to terrorism, stole public funds, and closed media houses, among other evils. And when such evil acts were taking place, the two priests, Serengeta and Banda, the so-called men of God, remained mute. What a hypocrisy.
That's why we must pray to God to keep HH alive for country, and that all those who are planning evil against him will not succeed. And as government, we are watching them every single day, their maneuvers.
I've said they are little frightened men. Why do I say that? They are little frightened men because of what they have done against the people of Zambia. They have committed many crimes by stealing from the people of Zambia. The people of Zambia know this. And at my many rallies, I have proposed, when we come back into power, into government, the establishment of a truth commission after the one, like the one in South Africa. Why do I say this? We have raised many important questions about our country, the governance of our country, accountability, transparency. The very things they promised Zambians are absent from the political scene today in Zambia. We have asked, who is selling our copper? Who is selling our cobalt, our emeralds? We don't know. Nobody answers. We've asked questions about Meridian Bank, a major bank in Zambia and in Africa, perhaps Europe. This bank was sinking. The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Chiluba, his Minister of Finance, Mr. Penza, promised to save that bank by pumping into that bank $83 million, which is the equivalent of 83 billion kwacha, local currency. 1 week, they're saying that. The very following week, which is the bank was closed. So we ask, where is the $83 million? Everybody's silent. They won't tell us. Now, you see, this is part of the problem. We have asked them, who is selling parastatals? To whom? By how much? Where is the money? We meet with a blank wall.
Good day and welcome to today's broadcast. Today we are doing a special broadcast on Saturday, 3rd January 2025. There have been major development that necessitated that we should have this broadcast. The Catholic Church, through its bishops, the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, have issued a very strong statement. They've stood by Archbishop of Lusaka. I will read the entire text. And they've stood by Dr. Alik Banda. They've said he's being attacked for his dissenting view, he's being attacked for his pastoral work as Archbishop of Lusaka, and that this has been a consistent pattern against the Archbishop of Lusaka. Remember, he's been attacked consistently by Koswe Media, run from State House by President Hakainde Hichilema, as President Hakainde Hichilema's own media staff. Koswe has relentlessly attacked Archbishop Dr. Alik Banda. I haven't seen any personality that has been subjected to the humiliating, the hate speech, the defamatory articles that they ran against the Archbishop, accusing him all sorts of things. The online abuse he has faced, not Zicta, not the police, not anyone has gone to his defense to to arrest these criminal perpetrators of defamation and cyber crimes. They use cyber crimes on everyone else except themselves. So President Hakainde Hichilema, using Koswe Media, has consistently, I think since 2022, attacked Archbishop Dr. Alik Banda. The online abuse that Dr. Alik Banda suffered fits in the pattern of what we are seeing today, where there is a summon from the DEC and they want to purport that they are following the rule of law. They want to purport that there's a crime they are pursuing. The details are very clear. Who bought the actual vehicle? Who collected the actual vehicle? Who paid for the vehicle? All the details are there, and we have shown you the receipt of the gentleman, Mlopa Kaunda, from ZRA, who bought that item. How it ended up to Archbishop Alik Banda. How does a gift become a crime? And the UPND and government have bothered to demonstrate that the vehicle, and even DEC claims the vehicle is stolen. If the vehicle is stolen, who have you prosecuted for the vehicle? Who has reported that the vehicle is stolen? And the case of Kingsley Chanda and his director, Kaoma, is totally different. It's an abuse of office. They are claiming that Kingsley and Kaoma didn't follow the procedure, the laid-down procedure in disposal of assets that belong to Zambia Revenue Authority and government. And you saw in that case that Kingsley has a very, very good case. The conviction is total. We are obliged to respect it, but we know it will be overturned because of the facts that are there. Because Kingsley Chanda has demonstrated that he followed the procedures. He followed the disposal of assets policy that they have at ZRA, even at Cabinet Office. So who is alleging that this vehicle is stolen? Who is? And the person that bought the vehicle, who bought it as a ZRA employee, paid for it, and you have the receipt, and collected the vehicle. Why haven't you pursued him? Why haven't you charged him with motor vehicle theft? Why haven't you arrested and imprisoned him? If there was any case, tetimkwelele chimuti from the top. It doesn't make sense. So the attack on Archbishop Alik Banda fits in what he has been subjected to the last 3 years. They've taken the police there. They've sealed the Cathedral of Child Jesus, something that we've never seen in the last 60 years of our country. They've subjected him to all sorts of humiliation, not just Archbishop Alik Banda, the church in general. You saw the police storm the office of the Bishop Clement Mlenga from Kabwe, where the police claimed that he had, he was harboring President Dr. Edgar Lungu. Dr. Edgar Lungu was on his way and he was in Kabwe and he went to pay Katesco on the bishop. The police stormed the office. They couldn't even wait for President Lungu to leave the premises. They stormed the office, accused the bishop of having an irregular meeting, and they wanted the President Lungu to get a permit. Do you get a permit to see your bishop, to see leaders of the church? We have the video. Let me play it, where the police have stormed Bishop Clement's office and demanded for a permit, demanded that the meeting should be dispersed, and demanded that they needed to know if President Lungu had come into Kabwe and was holding a meeting with the church. Here is a video.
But even this one has been in the government, they know.
It's not the government which has told me. Because me, I'm under Kasanda and I'm in charge of the security of Kasanda place. Yes. When there will be another thing, I will be answerable to that. Maybe if people start fighting outside there, they will be answerable to that. So, being that to see that security is not prepared to have this as Kasanda police, I think we are not allowed. Yes.
But then you want to fight?
No, it's not fighting. Me, I can't fight with anyone, sir. No, we are not saying that. I'm saying if people start doing that outside there.
Which people?
People have seen you, sir.
Why don't you go and talk to them to stop that fight? Because they're not allowed to fight. That's your job, to stop them from fighting, not to stop me from seeing my bishop. Your job is to stop lawbreakers or people who are planning to break the law. Not to stop me from enjoying my right to move around freely, or to meet my bishop, or just pay courtesy on him. That's not your job. Your job is to protect me, protect him, so that we can meet freely, talk, and then I go my way.
Yes, sir. When you were coming from Lusaka, you didn't inform us to say that.
Do I have to inform you? Do I have to inform you? No. Do I have to inform you?
Yes. I'm surprised.
Please, Dr. Timpapo, let's respect our constitution.
Do I have to inform you? Do I have to inform you, sir?
One officer.
Let's respect our constitution.
Zambia. And you know that Zambia is
and this is the church, and we're a Christian nation.
What
and
constitutes
the church,
or maybe you have started the
or maybe we have changed the laws, which in parliament doesn't come.
This is a cater score in an office. Does the bishop has the time to the right to invite anybody and then notify you? Do you own this place? I'm asking you, do you own the church?
The reason why you are not even comfortable as you speak to us.
So you want me to be comfortable?
No. Sit down.
Sit down.
No, I'm not allowed to sit down.
He's the member of parliament. Respect him also. He's also a government worker like you. So let's respect each other. And all of us we are preview to the constitution.
You're not following the law.
And
you are even shivering as you speak to us.
And her,
do what is right.
She was also asked to take oath,
Madam,
to protect the constitution of Zambia.
You are not allowed to sit here.
We are not allowed. This is your place.
But
officer, this is under Kasanda Police, and under Kasanda Police, I'm in charge of security.
But is there any violence here to say yours is violence? Then what's the
maybe there's any clause which has been broken. Wow, sir.
So, officer, why is he not allowed to be here?
You can't start interviewing me.
No, we're not interviewing. We're asking you.
We checked he was Zambian.
He's a Zambian. He's allowed to move. You tell us why he's not allowed to be here.
He's Zambian. What other reasons do you want to?
You tell us why he's not allowed to be here. He's a Zambian. From the last time I checked.
The bishop, I think, with due respect, please, is not allowed to be here.
Why?
Who is not allowed?
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Okay, you're not supposed to be.
Why? Why?
In this office.
No, so the big question is why?
There's no meeting. It's not meeting here. Okay, where is the agenda for the same meeting? Where is the agenda for the same meeting? Because any meeting has got an agenda. I'm sure the bishop was going to read to start with a prayer, then maybe national anthem.
A simple question.
Agenda of the meeting.
Inspector, a simple question is why is he not allowed to be here? That's a simple question. Why is he not allowed to be here?
And it's not a meeting.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the bishop. It's not you. You are busy.
I'm working.
Yes, you are working.
Your worship, please permit me to ask my question. Officer, I'm a journalist.
That's why I'm saying that I'm not here to be interviewed.
No,
I'm just here to involve.
You came in someone's office, so we are here to ask you questions.
That's why I called him secretly to say that we talk.
No, but
he told you that he was in a meeting. You'll see you later.
The harassment has not only been on Dr. Alec Banda, the harassment has been consistently against the church. Every time they issue a pastoral statement, pastoral letter, they are attacked severely by the UPND and the government of President Hakainde Hichilema. And we've seen attacks. There are law enforcement agencies disrupting a meeting in the church diocese office because former President Edgar Lungu was paying a courtesy on Bishop Clement Mlenga. We've seen attacks on even the radio station. Remember the case of Harry Kalaba, who was attacked in Impika at the diocese office. And they want to tell us that this is just a call on Archbishop Alec Banda. Even when the facts are very clear, the police and DEC have had these facts since 2022 because they were interested in the vehicles that Kingsley Chanda had disposed of, seized vehicles and obsolete vehicles, totaling about 60. They narrowed down to the 22 which were given. And we know that some were given to paramount chiefs, some went to DMMU, to the police and other state institutions. But the particular vehicle that went to Archbishop Alec Banda, as you have seen the details and we flashed the receipt and the gate pass, is that Dr. Alec Banda didn't buy the vehicle from ZRA. It was not given from ZRA. That vehicle didn't come from ZRA to him. It went to an employee of ZRA who paid, was receipted, and that employee collected the vehicle. And the documentary evidence is there. But because it was gifted to Archbishop Alec Banda, they want to scandalize the process. They want to bring scandal where there is none. And that is why everyone has seen through this and have stated that this is not an attack. It's not a matter of the rule of law like they are alleging in public media and the campaign they've raised. It has nothing to do with the rule of law. This is state harassment of a very strong voice in our country. They want to steal the 2026 elections in peace. They want to steal that election in peace. They don't want noise. Like every thief, when a thief comes into your house, the first thing the thief demands is silence. And the thief wants you to comply with what the thief says. If the thief says silent, you ought to be silent so that the thief can steal in peace. So that the thief will even threaten you violence. That if you object, I'll shoot you. If you object, I'll hammer you or I'll axe you. The thief is quick to demonstrate violence if you don't comply with what the thief wants to steal. You have a thief who's stealing the Constitution. You have a thief who has brought bad laws to our country. You have a thief who's now harassing and locking up all voices of dissent. And he wants to do that in silence. He wants you to be silent and he wants you to comply. He's even threatening violence that will unleash the police on you, that will tear gas you, that if you come, will beat you up. That's what a thief does. The thief wants to steal in silence. Will you allow the thief to steal in silence your own property, your own rights, your own democracy, your own right to the rule of law? I will read the statement that has come from the Conference of Catholic Bishops. Let me just look for the statement. Just give me a moment and we read what they are saying as these thieves you heard the representative of the thief is already saying, Archbishop, come alone, don't come with other people. Typical of the thief, he wants to steal in silence. He wants to do what he wants in silence. Steal, rape your children, rape your wife in silence. That's what that's what the thief does. Every time President Hakainde Hichilema was called to the police, did he ever go alone? Tell me in the comments. Show me where President Hakainde Hichilema went to the police alone. Show me in the comments if you have any time, anywhere. Show me a picture where the police summoned President Hakainde Hichilema to the police and you went alone. In one case, it resulted in the loss of 2 lives, the famous lives that he talks about. Has President Hakainde Hichilema, in his entire 16 years as an opposition leader, ever gone to the police alone? Has he ever gone to court alone? What was written on the call out? Was it Hakainde Hichilema or UPND? What was written on the call out was Hakainde Hichilema. Did Hakainde Hichilema, as Hakainde Hichilema and as a citizen, go alone to Woodlands Police, to Service Headquarters, to Lusaka Central Police, to the SCC? Did he ever go alone? Tell me in the comments if President Hakainde Hichilema ever went, and show me a date, time, and I'll quickly upload because I'm online. I can quickly upload if there is even such a picture where President Hakainde Hichilema went alone. Why? Because his supporters believed he was being harassed as a political leader. His supporters believed that there were attempts by the state to diminish his stature as an opposition leader. And his supporters always rallied around him. And the church has done very well to stand by Archbishop Alik Banda. Let me look for the statement by the Archbishop, by the bishops, the Catholic bishops, so that we read what the Catholic bishops have stated in their statement. First, here is a summary of what they said. I summarized in 4 points. The Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops stated that this is an attack on the church, on her bishops, and her leaders. So the summoning by the DEC to the police is not an act of rule of law. It's not an act of investigations. It's not an act of a vehicle that has allegedly been stolen. Besides, it has never been reported anywhere that the vehicle was ever stolen. It has never been reported anywhere. No prosecution has ever taken place about the so-called theft of motor vehicles. So we have not established yet if there is a proceed of crime, because no crime has been established. So this is what the Catholic bishops stated. As Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, we view this action as an attempt to suppress the voice of Dr. Archbishop Alik Banda, a shepherd of the Archdiocese of Lusaka and a member of the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops. Number 2 point, Archbishop Banda has faced consistent name-calling and what we can clearly now recognize as state-sponsored persecution. They say, we consider it an abuse of authority for the ruling party to utilize state machinery against an individual due to his stance on national governance and his efforts to hold the government accountable. We therefore condemn all forms of intimidation, harassment, and persecution directed against the Catholic Church and her leaders. Such action not only wound the body of Christ, such actions not only wound the body of Christ, but the church, but also threaten the moral fabric and unity of our nation. The church's voice must remain free to speak truth to power, to comfort the afflicted and to guide Zambia toward a future rooted in our motto, One Zambia, One Nation. Once again, the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops expresses full solidarity with Archbishop Banda during the period. We reaffirm that it is morally wrong to use state institutions to persecute those who hold dissenting views or provide oversight on matters of governance. We call for dialogue and mutual respect should be the way to go. We exhort the Catholic faithful and all people of good, and have called for peace and security as we go towards elections. The message is very clear. They've seen through the trickery of President Hakainde Hichilema. They've seen through his insistence on attempt to scandalize the church, her leaders, and our shepherds. They've seen through it. And as a Conference of Catholic Bishops, they've issued one of the strongest statements I have seen since 2021. And they've made it very categorical. This is not a matter of rule of law. It's not about the rule of law. This is the state persecution of a dissenting strong voice. We are opening phone lines immediately. This is your show. Participate. Before I go any further, there are leaders in civil society, including Brebna Changala, have called on political and civil society leaders to go to the cathedral tomorrow on Sunday, Cathedral of Child of Jesus, and pray with the faithful whose shepherd is under attack. And Brebna was reminding me that he's calling on all leaders that they should be there at 7 hours in the morning. And just this evening, the Lusaka Archdiocese has called for a solidarity mass. This one will take place on Monday prior to Archbishop going to DEC. So they will start with a mass at the Cathedral of Child of Jesus. You are all obliged to turn up, all of good, all people of concern who love our country, who love our constitution, and who will not allow the abuse of the law, who will not allow the weaponization of law enforcement agencies and weapons and stooges like Nelson Banda to abuse the fabric of our nation, to abuse the unity we enjoy in the name of rule of law, in the name of investigations. If this Nelson Banda was concerned about the rule of law, if this Nelson Banda was concerned about money laundering, because it's the anti-money laundering unit that has called the Archbishop, if he was concerned, there is a report from the Intelligence Financial Center, IFC, that has said last year $2.5 billion was filtered out of our country. $2.5 billion. This year, 2025, that was 2024, $2.5 billion. 2025, $3.5 billion was taken out of our country through illicit finance. Where is this man called Nelson Banda? What has he done about? Does he know the scale of $3.5 billion? Our national budget is around $7-8 billion. Half of it is being taken away from our country in illicit finance. What has he done about it? There are 5 ministers named in President Hakainde Hichilema's government who are being investigated for corruption. What has he done about it? What has he done about his case? Remember the Egyptian case, the biggest gold scandal ever. We were reported on CNN, BBC, Xinhua, we were on Reuters, we were on Russian TV. We were everywhere about that scandal. What did Nelson Banda do? He released the jet. It was forfeited to the state by our laws of our country. The jet is worth $50 million. Nelson Banda released it. And he thinks that we have forgotten as a country. We have not forgotten. How do you release an asset worth $50 million forfeited to the state? Tell us, how did you release that? You proceeded to discontinue the cases. You release the Egyptians. The owner of the money, who was on the plane, had $11 million, and he gave that video. I think I'll look for it and play it. He said I had $11 million. Nelson Banda disclosed $5.6 million. What happened to the $6 million? Where did it go? Where did it go? They were just your officers as DEC and the suspects, the 11 suspects that you arrested. So where did the $6 million of the $11 million go to? If you are concerned, you want to parade yourself as an officer of the law, an officer of law enforcement agents, where is that $6 million? Why did you release a jet forfeited to the state? When an item has been forfeited to the state, it becomes a property of the state. You released a jet worth $50 million. You and Attorney General gave consent to a bogus court process and released that jet for $50 million. Zambians want answers. In their silence, it doesn't mean that they are not aware. So you cannot now come and parade yourself as a man of the law who's just pursuing lost state asset. If you're worried about lost state asset, you'd worry about the $3.5 billion that has been stolen from our country. You'd worry, you would not have released that jet worth $50 million because it was already forfeited to the state. Abantu besu, they've lost property. A truck, I know of a pensioner who bought a truck and trailer from South Africa. And this truck was found carrying mukula tree. He just gave it to a driver. And the driver should bring cashing. But this truck, from pension money, it was found transporting mukula. The Isoka magistrate forfeited the mukula and the truck. The owner of the truck was distressed. He tried to demonstrate that I just sent a driver. They said, how? They were contraband against the law. And to punish the way our laws are made is that if you are carrying marijuana, you are carrying any contraband, you are carrying Somalians to smuggle them, you are carrying mukula if it is banned. You don't just forfeit the logs, you forfeit the truck. And that man, from all his pension, after working for 35 years, lost that truck. Here we are, using the same law. There's a gold scandal. A dastard crime has been committed at the presidential pavilion at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. Our laws require that you prosecute the culprits. You seize items, whichever items is there. The money, the $11 million, and the jet. And the laws were invoked. But Nelson Banda and your team, you release a vehicle. Nibani valile for you to release a $50 million a jet that you released. Who was bribed? Who ate this money? Because you cannot, you are aware of the law. You are aware that you're not supposed to release. And then the owner of the money said, me, I came to buy gold worth $11 million. But you, Nelson Banda, you disclosed that only 5.6 was seized. What happened to the $6 million? We have a duty to ask those questions. So don't come here, parade yourself that you're concerned about a Toyota Hilux stolen from ZRA. When you have details of who bought that Toyota Hilux. You have details of the receipt. You have details of the gate pass, who it was signed to. You have details of who got the vehicle. You want to go to the tail end that the vehicle is being found with Archbishop. Why don't you establish the crime that the Toyota Hilux has been stolen? So the Catholic Church and this leadership, and these are very eminent men in our country, they've come to the only reason why you've called Dr. Alec Banda is that you are a two Nelson Banda of President Hakainde Hichilema. You want to cripple, you are part of a system that's crippling our democracy. You're not following the rule of law. And your call that Archbishop should come alone is typical of every thief who wants to steal in silence. He's a thief. He wants to steal in peace, like every thief. Thieves want silence and order. They don't want noise. They want to steal in peace. They want order when they are stealing. They even tell you that I don't I don't want to spill blood. That's what a thief will tell you. Just leave the vehicle and don't scream. Kwa chintu chakwe. We want to wakualesa. So, in summary, tomorrow on Sunday, I think civil society leaders have called for leaders to go to church 7 hours, go to the Cathedral of the Child of Jesus, go and pray with our faithfuls whose bishop is under attack, whose shepherd is under attack. Then the Lusaka Archdiocese has called for a solidarity mass on Monday, 5th January 2025 at the Cathedral of Child of Jesus. The DEC wants this man at 10 hours. So everyone we gather at the cathedral, that is on Monday of Child Jesus, we go for a mass. Then we escort the Archbishop to DEC.
So, the Catholic Church in Mansa has rejected a donation of 800,000 kwacha donated by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. 800,000 kwacha. Rejected. And that is not all. They've also rejected 225 kg bags of mealie meal donated by the minister, Honorable Kapala. When I speak, is only kamunga vichoka chabe mumoto. This is a statement written by the Diocese of Mansa, Office of the Vicar General. And I'll read it in your hearing. Statement on the fundraising event held for Luwe Mission. The Office of the Bishop of Diocese of Mansa has been receiving diverse and mixed reactions to the circulation of a report on various social media platforms concerning a fundraising event held on Saturday, 31st May 2025 in Samfya. This event was reportedly conducted in preparation for the 120th anniversary celebration since the establishment of the first Catholic mission station at Luwe in the present-day Chifunawuli district, scheduled for 28th June 2025. According to the report, it was publicly announced during the event that the Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, pledged to contribute 800,000 towards the celebration. In addition, the Honorable Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, Engineer Peter Kapala, aspiring candidate for the United Party for National Development UPND parliamentary seat for Chifunawuli, who was the guest of honor at the function, pledged 200 bags of 25 kg mealie meal and 2 cows. The diocese wishes to make it clear that the bishop
Hello, are you ready to contribute?
Lucifer of Zambia.
Are you ready to contribute?
The denunciation of Archbishop Alik Banda as the Lucifer of Zambia by the UPND Secretary General, Mr. Batuke Imenda, was not only an affront on the person of Archbishop Banda, but the entire Catholic Church and its leadership in Zambia. Until now, the Chief Executive Officer of the ruling party has not retracted his words, nor apologized, apart from the party and its government calling for ceasefire. The demeaning of the Archbishop by UPND is simply a demonstration of the spirit of intolerance towards criticism, as alluded to above. 3.6.
Hello, caller. You are the first caller on this program. Please make your contribution.
All right. Good evening, Emmanuel Mwamba. Well explained. Yeah, this is Mr. Soko coming from Kendere East.
Yes, Mr. Soko.
Yeah, yes. As you put it, yeah, it's like this UPND. They're trying by all means so that by 2026 August, Vintu Vose Vika falling a but it won't work. Imanja never kusema ku churches. Yes, ibatwe namba dala maning. But yes, lero bayamba manje kuti bachite mingalato yawo yonse but bapanga mistake wa UPND. Very big mistake ukiyamba kupanga kuchita someone batetezi ba Roman Catholic. Even mistake kulen. So whatever. Yes, we are urging all members of Roma or any churches to support Ali Kibanda during on Monday. Tizakawa pelekeza beve by the doubt. And yes, as you put it, nanga nindani aliko na video amene ishta amene wana chita someone ba church wanaenda vega. Kulipetu benzo enda group and yes, it's true. Ba church ndiba amene wana paisa bacha bantu babiri bacha. Ni under UPND amene. So there's no way you're going to no, please can you come around? Where support Vindo Pasi wa Kibanda, support every on Monday in uniform. Every church, vachita support. Kiendo yenda, wendo chita solidarity, vabanda, kwa mele kuteka kwa nekucha. Otherwise, valivistika muli VPND, sivapu ino iya. So continue kuwafunsa makwesheni. Nanga vose vimandeke ya jeticha, drama zinaenda kuti. Why vanachita release? Ivo vose, nanga ni wangati na mamotoka ya jarazeti, mamotoka ya bomba ni wandegati. Vasu wampezeni ya, vanapasiwa, vanamotoka ya chani ya bomba. Vaende waitenge, vaende wafusi tina nga motoka na upasani ndani. So if vose ni mingarato, yone ya kuti 2026, awa vantu, wafunu wakapite chapi opozi. As you said that, Kawalala every time achita shut up we mwine wa nyumba, achita shut up kalikonse, aive mwamtendere mulizi. So never vachita VPND awa. Anyway, timverera wa Mwamba. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Mr. Mwamba.
Good evening.
I am Didi, calling from Copper Belt.
Yes, Didi, make your contributions.
Mwamba, Balandati, don't touch the anointed one. Don't fight the anointed one. Umusubo wakwale sanga na alufyanya, iwate wime watampo kula mulandapo. Kwa diba ifundeli abako. Awaba UPND, I feel pity for them. Then I feel pity for them. They are praying with fire. Ekuba scattered queen. If you have your enemy will be scattered. Ababala ba scattered. End up we have oile vipa. Abataba keshibana chikabocha na chikabalufyanya. Jericho tapari wa ishibati Jericho ikapone chibumba. Chadi chibumba. Jericho yaliponene na Babylon. No musumba wawa. Goliath. Taishibati alafu kulika David. Alikasfujire. Kaishilemu mafiri geniringa. Goliath yale tukana mumushukula tukabena Kristu bonse. David Goliath taptamu wa mini ali ni Goliath. So baba UPND bala mulati niba ni touchable. Bo ni touchable bwalapwa. Ba Bishop Ali Kibanda tababomba kuma motoka ko bashitishia mamotoka tababomba kuzedara baba pelefye musu wako alesanga filafile ba pele mpezeni motoka ya ile shala. Nishi mpezeni tabamukonkere. Mukwa bati bawisha ba bishop ni muko yiwisha ndendo imaba UPND kolonga ni Kenya man. Mule ufako na kubale elanda. Not mule mulafati they are useless. Ababa Ali Kibanda mule angala na bomutila Lucifer shani na shani. Bakafali kifibanda balali kamutwalonga fyai manangu wa pamfu wapanga ndapa mfwe hivi. Ba UPND you regret. Bonse bateleshali bakampenga ba mayana ba Nazareth bonso kuima. ukuchita escort musubo wakwalesa na mwe bantu fye bonse mwe balanda mwe babombera bonse mukuchita escort bantu musubo wakwalesa tatu mutampe okumusebanya ziraba alesebanya Yesu abalesebanya Yesu pinchi abachitikira aba bantu nabo nfuira n'oluse aba bantu nabo nfuira oluse nga bale yangala ko kuli fofo bantu fiba tuchosha kubunga fiba tuchosha kufya kulya fiba tuchosha kufiri fyonse noti kubasuba kwa kwalesa. I'm telling you mukamona ba Mwamba ya mawe batuleka ndamba story drip.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Ndita Mwabombeni.
Mkwai ni mama T uyu.
Yes, Mama T.
Mkwai. Awe na mulondolola ba Mwamba fyonse fyo mwalanda efishinga. Iyo clip mwachilete ya KK. That's exactly what the UPND is trying to do. They are hiding something that we already know. $80 million that mix balipanga mistake ukutuma $80 million ku China. Ili ashiyasika pesa impia shalibwera yalishani abo bene babanda abakunanikane abakudeke abo tabale yakonka amali ashayo God yo ya istirete ntuka tushinga yali teninga ntu oranges katushinga yali teninga magwaza ku airport uko fyonse fyo mali ashaya kwe batina tuishiba nombe imingalato ya kutwala ku church bakainde mule yumfiro oluse bakainde background namwishibate abantu tabale emifwaya omulando abantu tabale emifwayira bufi mwabepere abantu mwalibepo obufi obukulu sana inengana esacha abana mwakuti inengana esacha abana mwakuti namufiro okufika belifa the reason why